One of the main reasons why Africa is the poorest continent in the world right now is because of our system of education. This system of education that was left to us by our slave masters, it's creating a labor force for the slave masters, for the white man's companies, from the foreigners' companies, but it's not able to create an independent force, an independent workers that are able to invent things, that are able to process the raw materials and the products that we have here and sell them to the outside country. In turn, this system is only creating a labor force for the companies that are outside there. That's why you see in Africa there are a lot of issues with jobs. There are no jobs. There are no companies. The only companies we have are for assembling the byproducts. After those guys are processed, we just assemble. So we don't have enough companies, but we have the raw materials. I want to explain. The system of education encourages theology instead of practicals. It encourages repetition instead of inventions. It encourages laziness instead of research. I want to explain. For example, in this new system of education, these people are taught to cram things that have already happened, events that happened a long time ago, inventions that happened 2,000 years ago. They cram them. They cram the formulas. They're not taught to invent their own. They cram the formulas. Then they cram all the processes that were used to invent these things. At long last, when you have understood somebody's inventions company, you automatically become his worker. That's why you see most of people who learn in Africa, they end up becoming employees of these companies. At long last, we won't have any other companies in Africa or any people who are inventing things. And as you know, theology is always about cramming, but practicals encourages you to learn, even if you study them, but you're able to practice and you have the idea on how to invent your own. If you start practicing things, if people start practicing things, they'll have the idea to invent things, and inventors, they are the ones who produces these companies. Businessmen, people who are independent, build up businesses, and Africa can improve its economy. So this system of education is not giving us any help. It's just building a labor force, a continent full of laborers for those white countries. So it's not helping us. So anytime soon, our government needs to start changing this system of education and bring a more suitable system of education. Another thing worst about it is that it's teaching you the things that are from outside. And in the country, we have the raw materials. A lot of raw materials. Africa is rich in raw materials. Even our weather is very good in productivity. We can produce a lot of crops. But the problem is that we produce the raw material, we sell them at a cheaper price. Then, after the whites process the raw materials, they return them back. The end product, they return it back and they sell it at a very higher profits. And as you know in business, the consumer never benefits in a business. The consumer never invests in a business. The consumer cannot get anything in that business. The only person who benefits, gets all the profits, is the producer. So no matter how much we have these raw materials, we need to learn how to process them and how to get the end product to sell to the foreign countries. And that's what the African nation need to do. So please make sure the next time you're doing something, please try better. And another thing, there are a lot of things outside there. If you look at the system of education outside there are a variety of things to do. There's football, there are sports and everything. In Africa, this guy mainly focus on the theology. They don't focus on other things. That's why you see there are small jobs, because people are compact in one area. At the other areas, they are not researching into them. They have not invested any money into other areas of businesses. So this is why we are still poor. That's why people are still crying for jobs every now and then. So we need to change our mindset. And I want to leave. And before you go, make sure you like, share, and follow me for more videos like this ones. Thank you.